I remember the day this album came out.
If it wasn't for Tony,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in. I'm back with another video. Before I begin, I want to say I hope y'all had a happy holidays. And I hope this year is better than the last. Because y'all know. And to start off this year, I want to start this year off reviewing Aaliyah's first posthumous album, I Care For You. It was a compilation album, y'all know. And that album, I remember the day it came out. I remember the commercial.
it's been too long.
You know, it brings back a lot of memories because I remember my mother taking me to the store. If y'all remember a store called HMV, or maybe it was just in New York, I don't know. But I remember my mother taking me to the store to buy the album, and it had a poster. I remember all of that. And, you know, this album has a really special place in my mind, in my memory. This is a compilation album. That means they combine old songs that we already know, her old hits, with newer songs that were unreleased at the time, you know? And because we already know her hits, I'm not going to listen to those and review those because we already know them. And if you haven't checked it out, I did Aaliyah's self-titled review. And I did 1 in a Million review, which I'm going to leave up here. I'm only going to review the new songs that they released for this album. So, here we go. First on the list is Don't Know What to Tell You. Already getting that Middle Eastern vibe from this. I love the backgrounds. I love that instrumental that comes in right there. I love the layers of her voice on this. I love how she mixed the high notes in with this. I love that echo. I love how they just letting the beat play out. Gives you a chance to absorb the song, you know? And yes, I still got my Christmas tree up. I just don't feel like taking it down, right? That was Don't Know What to Tell Ya. And that's always been one of my favorites. And I really, to be honest, I remember listening to it, but I rediscovered it a few years ago, and I really fell back in love with the song. I love that Middle Eastern vibe. You know, Timbaland produced that. I love that Middle Eastern vibe it gives. I love how delicate Aaliyah's vocals are. She hits the high notes. And, you know, that's the thing with Aaliyah and Timbaland, her team. They had a thing with taking unusual beats and having Aaliyah sing softly and delicate over it. And I swear I could hear Static Major in the background vocals. And that arrangement and everything. Definitely a highlight of the 6 songs that were released. That was one of my favorites of the 6 songs that they put on this album. Because it's a well-crafted song. Next, we have All I Need. I love this instrumental. It's almost talk singing. You know that thing she do? Another song, I love the arrangement on this. Her low notes, y'all hear that? You see that run? Y'all heard that run? I like this part right here. That was all I need, and that was all I needed. You know, I love that song, and I love the arrangement of that song. I love how the instrumental almost sounds like a orchestra, almost in the way of like I Refuse, but like I love the timing, I love the tempo, I love Aaliyah's vocals, and if y'all really listen to Aaliyah's vocals, to me that's like one of her best vocal performances, and I feel like that could have been on self-titled. That song was strong enough to be on self-titled. If you, to me, that was strong enough to be on self-titled. The arrangement, the vocals, just the ambiance of that song, and the way they let the instrumental and the beat play, and then Aaliyah just comes in, and I love that call and response thing, almost like I don't wanna. Perfect, perfect. And this is definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorite new songs they released for this album. Next, we have Miss You, a legendary classic. We all know this, but let's listen to it anyway. One of my favorite opening. I love the birds. I love the bird use. That was definitely a hit. And the most ironic thing is that over the last 20 years, this has definitely been one of the top tribute songs ever released, you know, in general, right? You know, the sentimental type tribute songs. And it ended up being Aaliyah's own tribute song to herself. You know, it was just, this was a year after everything happened, and it was just like, wow, the irony. But this is definitely my favorite of the 6 songs that they released. Wow. Next, we have Don't Worry. You already getting that funky type beat? I love the jazzy funk type beat to this. Some of her songs always told a story. If you listen closely, tell she had fun doing this. I love how her high notes would just come out of nowhere, you know? I love how they just focus on her voice right here. That was Don't Worry, and I gotta say, I really love that. I haven't listened to that song in a while, but I really love the funkiness. I love the jazziness. I love how you can tell Aaliyah had fun with that. But the only thing is, I love the song, but it's not like one of my favorites, but it's not a bad song. It falls in that middle category, you know? Something about that song gives me like soundtrack vibes. I could hear that being on a soundtrack of a movie. Potentially one of the movies Aaliyah would have been in, you know? But regardless, it's a dope song. Next, we have another legendary classic. We all know this, Come Over. I love that opening. I love this instrumental. It's one of my favorite Aaliyah instrumentals. So that was Come Over featuring Tank. And you know what? I take back what I said earlier. I know I said Miss You was my favorite off this album, but it's a tie between Come Over and Miss You. It is not just because those were like the two most biggest singles released for this album. It's because the quality of those songs, the quality of this song, the vocal arrangements, the writing, the vocals, the bridge that Tank did, everything came together. The harmony, I love the little skit they did where they was pretending like her battery was dying, and you know, that's one of my favorite parts. And I just remember, like I said, this is one of those songs that I remember the radio playing this over and over. It was one of those songs that I never got tired of hearing. Like, as soon as you hear that opening, I'm like, all right, you know, it's one of those songs that you just got excited to hear on the radio. And this is definitely one of my favorites released from this album. Now, the last song released for this album, the last new song released was Erika Kane. I already love the harmonies right here. I love all the different sounds. I love her ad-libs in the back. And they always let the instrumentals breathe. I can hear Static Major in this too. That was Erika Kane, the last official new track released for this album, and I really enjoyed that song. Now here's the thing, it gets a little repetitive. You know, she keeps saying the name Erika Kane over and over again, but it's a nice song. It's a nice mellow song to just listen to. You can hear the harmonies, you can hear the different arrangements, you can hear Aaliyah's voice. Her voice really shines on this, you know? And I can see this is more of like an album filler type of track. You can see why they didn't release it. But like I always say, when I say a song is an album filler in Aaliyah standards, it's still a top tier song. You know, it's just like, it's not a song that you can hear the radio playing over and over again. It's not a song that you can see going #1, Grammy nominations, but that doesn't mean it's not a great song, you know? But I really love the arrangements. I love the instrumental. And I love how Aaliyah's voice shine on this song. Another great song. So anyways, guys, that was my review of Aaliyah's first posthumous compilation album, I Care For You. This album brings back so many memories. It just, that whole 2002, 2003 era, hearing her songs all over the radio, seeing the commercials on TV, the I Miss You video, and I gotta say, that album cover was one of my favorite. I feel like that's Aaliyah's best album cover. I know that wasn't like an official album cover that she chose or whatever, but that's one of my favorite. I feel like that was Aaliyah's best album cover. You know, with the fur on, her hair coming down like that. I really love that album cover. And if those 6 new songs that they released that were scrapped from her other albums, especially her self-titled, if those were the songs that they didn't use, imagine all the songs she could have made after. You know what I'm saying? Those are in a vault. There was, we probably would have never heard those if everything didn't happen like it did. It's just like, you just imagine the magic Aaliyah, Static, and her team of producers would have made. It's just like, but we try not to harp on the bad, try to harp on the music she did leave us, you know? And I gotta say, I loved it. Yaris, I told you my favorites. What were y'all favorite new tracks of the 6 new songs? What were y'all favorite tracks? What were y'all least favorite tracks? What did y'all think about Aaliyah's I Care For You compilation album? Do y'all remember it coming out? Do y'all remember the commercials like me? Do y'all remember the songs playing on the radio like me? What was your experience when this album came out? Because, I still remember it clear as day. So anyways, guys, let me know down below in the comments. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.